Need a laptop that's built to perform and designed to last all day? Select Windows 11 PCs starting at $499.99 are now at Best Buy. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in, and that's too late. SimpliSafe is changing that.
Stop. This is SimpliSafe. Police are on the way.
We don't just alert, we stop crime before it starts. SimpliSafe, plan starting around $1 a day. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplisafe.com/Spotify or with promo code Spotify.
Outdoor deterrence requires a SimpliSafe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplisafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.
This is part 2 of a 2-part episode. Part 1 is already on your feed. Thanks for listening. Enjoy. Finally, Ronnie, people have more to say about Riley's drinking than they have to say about Georgia or Charlie on the internet, it turns out. So I wonder why that is. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think that Georgia, I think she could have said it on national TV. She could have said it on national TV, but like I think the context of a party where it's just you just bring it up like, oh yeah, by the way, he said this. It's a more delicate topic, I believe, when you're talking about issues of LGBTQ and you're talking to a trans woman. I don't even honestly always I don't even know necessarily what the issues would be, but I know enough to know that when you're talking about issues of sexuality and gender and all that stuff, it's a very fraught topic. And so, like, if you're going to bring this up, you go and have like a meal or something that's a little more quiet place to show that, like, it's when you do that, you're saying, hey, I want to create a safe environment. But it's also like, I am also like, I'm showing that I'm putting care into this conversation. And I'm not saying this just as fodder for a scene on reality TV or just to get back at so-and-so. Like, I'm putting attention into this because I feel like there's gravity in what I'm about to tell you. And I don't take this lightly. But her just sort of being like, oh yeah, she's just like at the candy table, like poking at like candy, like candy corns. And she's like, oh yeah, by the way, he said that your boyfriend's gay. So anyway, happy Halloween.
It's not just saying your boyfriend's gay. I mean, we've seen that on a million Housewives. Like, why weren't we enraged when the Salt Lake City people did it with Sean? Like, we didn't care. We thought, we just make jokes about Sean being like, oh my God, icon queen Meredith Martin. It's very different. You're talking about a trans woman and she doesn't speak really about it on the show. It's someone who, it's like forcing a conversation from somebody that it's their right to have that conversation and address their life how they want to address it. Yeah. So it's just so much deeper and grosser than a Charlie or I'm not even going to fuck Charlie. I mean, Charlie's such an asshole, but we already accept that he's such an asshole and a villain at this point. It's like someone like Georgia almost makes me more upset because I like Georgia, So I'm like, no, Georgia, you God damn it, how could you?
And well, the other thing is that I think Nora, you actually brought it up, and we just recapped it, but I didn't actually connect this dot. When I thought that Georgia was saying like, oh, he's calling Kevin gay, meaning that like, oh, he's like closeted gay and like Amira's the beard, whatever. But actually, it's a very common trope that people will say, oh, yeah, she's a trans girl, but she's not really a girl. It's like when people call,
he's saying the guy he's gay, he likes men.
Yeah,
which
like
is
that.
Crazy.
That Amira is still a man, and so that's for some reason. I mean, in a weird way, maybe that's actually a good sign. Not to compliment myself, but maybe like not picking up on that is like sort of shows a certain amount of acceptance. Yeah, that we're like not even thinking on those
that way.
That I wasn't thinking about it that way.
We were talking
I was thinking about it as just like purely like calling someone gay when they're not gay. I wasn't even thinking about that deeper level of like, oh, actually, there's a huge implication here. It's actually a statement about Amira. And that's incredibly fucked up.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Yeah, and I think Charlie said something when Georgia addressed it. Charlie said, well, you know how I feel about these things, but I would never say that. And I was like, oh, let's circle back on that,
I did
Charlie.
too. I was like, what the fuck does that mean, Charlie? You know, so let's hear them. Then go ahead. Let's hear your opinions on it. You know,
Yeah.
you're so unafraid. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, you said you love Georgia. Would you buy her cleaning products?
No, but I mean, how funny was that scene though? That
So
George was
funny.
like, yeah, we're going to come out with we're going to make cleaning fun for people. Like,
She's like basically describing like Bath and Body Works. She's like pumpkin
Yes.
spice latte. So
someone
can you
who
believe
clearly
it?
doesn't use hand soap is trying to just pitch hand soap to somebody. And the guy they were pitching to is like, great. So what are we thinking our scents are going to be? She's like, yeah. Her and her gay friend are like, yeah. What about pumpkin spice? We love pumpkin spice. I cannot.
I know. And like, you're good with club for the club is something that will stay with me for the rest of my life. Like, I'm going to be saying that in my brain. It's like a vocal stem. I'll be saying it on my deathbed to like my great grandchildren. They'll be like, grandma's crazy. She keeps talking about club.
Yeah.
It's
Clap,
brilliant. Clap.
Not
What
great
do
for
you-
SEO, but that's fine.
No. Or her being like, let's make bowling alleys fun, as if like she's never been to Lucky Strike in New York City. Like, she
Yeah,
just-
Totally.
Or any bowling alley. Bowling alleys are a place you go to for fun.
Yeah,
you
put some
dumbass.
respect on Ronnie's heritage, okay?
Yes.
That's right.
My mom invented Moonlight Bowl in her own mind.
This guy, Liam, do you trust him? Do we like him? He looks like Kieran Culkin, and this episode, he sounded to me like Steve Buscemi. Like, if I closed my eyes, I was like, that's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, the Steve Buscemi thing has come to me a couple of times. Like, he does have Steve Buscemi vibes. I think he's just an over-actory douche. You know,
Mhm.
he's
Yeah.
very... So no, but I mean, I don't hate him. I mean, I think they're all 20, but...
Yeah, they're all like
you know?
21.
Yeah.
He's just trying to be cool. He's trying to fit in. He's not like of this like silver spoon world, but he's trying to sort of be of that world. He has enough privilege that he knows the beats to hit, but he does not have the privilege of like the rest of them in a sense. I mean,
I
although
think
it's weird,
he
you've got
does.
different types. I think they've got different levels of privilege on this show, because I would never look at Ariana Bierman and be like, oh, like she's not a blue blood, but she has privilege. Like in terms of like she has she has weird Atlanta wealth, but not really. And then, obviously Hudson has a huge amount of wealth, but he's also not a blue blood. But Charlie's a blue blood, and Georgia is actually not quite a blue blood. I don't know. There's different things. And I feel like Liam, he went to the private schools in New York. He's definitely like a wealthy kid from New York City. And I don't know, like it's almost like he's trying to be like a cool Charlie type, but he doesn't really know how to be. And he's just a theater kid. He's a theater kid at heart.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think that ultimately he is an actor and a filmmaker of some sort. And his management said, you want to go on Next Gen NYC? I feel like that might be a good move for you. You're not getting a role on Heated Rivalry. I know you've been skating, but it's not working.
He's
one
like,
of
but
those
I've
who's
got an
really
audition to
rich.
be in Gilgamesh. It's like, no.
He's really wealthy, but he wants to come off as like, look, I'm just a guy who is a regular guy. Like I do firefighting and I do this thing and I do that thing, but you're really some rich fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's probably one of these people who's like, I'm wealthy, but I'm like relatable. I'm not like those other guys. And yet I think he also
Exactly.
wants to be those other guys, but he also wants to be like accessible for America. It's like, it doesn't feel like we're getting this real person. Everything is very presentational. So he's just kind of like, he's fine. He's like a fine, like piece of tissue paper just floating in the wind. Like, I don't know, like it's pleasant, but strange. Like, why is it there? I don't know.
Yeah. And also like if you're a young person that has like, you're not worried about rent, so you can have like 15 hobbies, you're rich. Like you don't get to have that many hobbies. How do you have time for hobbies if you're
Renaissance men, come from money.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can,
a lot of time.
Yeah.
If you can like escape up to Lake George to be a volunteer firefighter for the weekend, you're doing fine.
You're doing great. Okay, Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm shocked is still not finished. I thought that we were done with the trip and also the season. Apparently not. The ladies finished their trip to Scotland. They went to a club. Shamia had the nerve to somehow not go back home. They did like a ghost tour, whatever. They celebrated Phaedra's birthday. I don't know. I feel like there's just, it got like a little bit icky, but still fun for me. I mean, I love Atlanta. But I wanted to know, where do you guys stand on the Shamia and Portia feud?
Who, me? I say I'm team Portia. I think Shamia is trying so hard. She's tried ever since she's come on this show to kind of turn people and sway them against Portia. And the thing is, someone who's known Portia for so long and someone who's obviously been on this show and seen this show for so long, you would think that Shamia would know Portia will do herself in. You don't need to come up with things to try and use against Portia. Portia will step in it at some point. And if you really want to enjoy her downfall, you just need to wait for her to do it to herself and then jump. But to try and I feel like she's constantly trying, she's doing this victim thing like, Portia didn't even want me to come on the show. She brought you onto this show. You're on this show because you've been friends with. The whole thing is just, I find it annoying. I really don't like tryhards that act like victims. And I really liked Shamia when she was a friend of. And I liked her probably through half of last season. But I do kind of get defensive for Portia in a way about it, because I'm like, this lady's not exactly truthful herself, Shamia. So I don't know, team Portia.
Yeah. How about you, Ben?
Portia.
Yeah, team Portia on this one. I was team Shamia last year in their falling out. But I'm team Portia this year. It's like the falling out has fallen. And I just feel like that's at this point now, Shamia is trying so hard to be likable. Like she is actually like the other side of the coin of Liam, like just trying, a theater kid trying so hard to be like, there's a reason why theater kid is kind of like a type. It's the Anne Hathaways. It's just Anne Hathaway, but it's like it's people who
Wait, have you seen The Odyssey yet, Ben?
I have not seen it.
I feel like you would love it.
Oh, well, I'm gonna love it. That's my kind of movie right there.
We love
I was trying to go this past weekend, but it was all sold out in the IMAX, and I wanted to see the IMAX.
You're never gonna get a chance to see it in the IMAX. It's done. Like all those seats are sold out. They did a showing.
There's like 5. There's like here's the IMAX, and there's like 10 seats.
Yeah, no, they did like a 3 a.m. at Lincoln Center. They opened tickets, and the only one that was like sold out immediately. It's crazy. So
hot take, I don't feel like it's gonna be that much better in IMAX. Like it's cool that it's cool. You get to see more. You get to see more sky, but like I think I'm good with like widescreen. But either way, the point is that theater kids there's like a type of theater kid that's like very eager, and it's like why it's why some of us go into these spaces. We're just trying to like get love on a stage, and unfortunately it comes across as like there's no there, and I think that's what's going on with Shamia. The lack of authenticity is the biggest crime you could commit in like pop culture, and people. It's just she's just trying too hard. She's just being annoying, and so like Portia. It's whether or not Portia has moved on is another question. She presents like she has, and she does it effectively, and so it just feels like Shamia is just trying hard. It's not entertaining.
Yeah, it's like on paper, Shamia has all of the things that she's like probably been trained to do. Like she seems like she went to maybe like theater camp or something. Like she's like learned how to act. She like learned how to sing. Like she did all of those things. But like Portia showed up on Housewives and just got a chance to be in like Candy's play and like make a song and like is very famous. And Shamia's like, no, but I'm trained to do these things. I'm good at these things. And you're like, yeah, but you are a loser. unfortunately, in your personality. And that's the thing that you really need. You don't have that star power. And I think also Portia said something which I thought was like kind of spooky, but she said that to her sisters that she thinks that there's destiny swapping. Do you guys know what destiny swapping is?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, I thought I understood it, and then I saw people talking about it more deeply, and I was like, I guess I should look up destiny swapping. I mean, it sounds obvious, like someone's trying to take my destiny, is what I thought, but it goes a lot deeper than that. I was like, geez. So it's like
There's
kind
like
of
magic
spells.
involved.
Yeah, there's like spells and magic. And I thought, okay, well, Housewives fans do take it a little far. Also, to all the theater kids out there, I'm a theater kid, and
I
fuck
know.
both of these people that I'm talking to right now.
By the way,
Slandering.
No, but like
I-
it's one thing to be a theater kid. It's but theater kid lowercase. But there are some people who are theater kids uppercase, and that's what I'm talking about. Because like I was in
Thanks.
musicals,
Okay.
but like
I'm glad I
it's
said
like
something because I would have carried that around all day long.
so theater kid.
A
Yeah, the
working kid.
podcast would
no.
have broken up because of this
No.
conversation.
We all know there's people who love the theater, but there's some people who just have that like it just it goes to the next level.
Yeah, I know
of
what you mean.
it's the theater kids who are trying to be in with the jocks, and it's doesn't work.
Do you think Danny of Danny and Nia from the Valley is a theater kid?
Oh God, yes.
He's a church camp kid. That's what he is.
He's
Danny.
theater church. He's church theater
He's
kid.
church theater. That's what
Yeah.
he is.
It's like he's from the play at church.
Mhm. But he's that like young TV theater kid who actually has no real like theater background, if that makes sense. Like
He's
an
a
Anne
film and
Hathaway
Hollywood kid. Like he literally is one, right? He was on Nickelodeon or whatever. So
Yeah,
and he
but-
was very much like Liam.
Exactly.
What you were gonna say something about Anne Hathaway
Anne
again, the
Hathaway,
Queen of New
yeah, sorry.
Jersey. Go ahead, say it again.
No, like for instance, I think that Anne Hathaway, like say what you will, she could probably get on a mic and like immediately sing a song from any number of musicals. And I don't think Danny could do that, but I think that Danny would like pretend like he's a thespian and like and be like, hey, why don't they ever ask me to go to Tanglewood or something like that? Why can't I be in Williamstown? And like I think he would take like some rudimentary play and be like, look, I'm gonna be a real actor now. I don't know. I just don't see him being like a theater
and then just like show up on set and make zombie noises, and they're like, "That's not."
Sorry, I'm very method, and I was working this morning. So
This week on the Valley, it was just so fucking suburban straight people shit. Like the show is so straight.
I've had it.
It's so-
I've fucking had it with that show. I can't take it. I love the first 2 seasons, and I'm fucking done. I'm at the point now where I'm just counting down. I turn it on, and I'm like, how many minutes does this have left? And I find myself pressing pause to see how many minutes are left. I'm like, please just leave me alone, show.
I know.
Seriously.
It was so suburban and so basic that we ended up at a Chili's and a Chili's bathroom. I was like, I can't with the show. But now that Janet has basically shared a reason for why she is so triggered by Danny and Nia, and she was like so open and so emotional about it, I feel like the rest of the season, the cast is trying to get Kristen to come around to Janet, because specifically, I think Brittany and Lala are trying to do this because they're like, listen, Kristen, I don't know how to say this to you, but if you don't change your views on Janet, you are going to get canceled again.
That's exactly what I said in today's recap. I said, Lala sits her down and says, Kristen, you remember when you were canceled? This is that time. And you see Kristen just like, wait a minute. Okay, well, I guess she's giving me that you're canceled look. So I guess I'll, be nice about Janet.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. And I don't know if it's working, because Kristen was in the comments early on in the season being like, whatever, justice for Danny, or I don't know what she
was on the after show, and this is only, I'm reading comments. I do not torture myself with that bullshit. But she apparently was in the after show all season sticking up for Danny as well. So it's like she told, you're going to get it again, Kristen. Like, Jesus, come on, man. And she was like, okay, I'll make an effort to keep my gig.
She is, we've learned this. We've seen her for so many years. I think Kristen does this thing when she's best friends with. So first of all, everybody's her best friend. She's got a little bit of the Sheena Shays, right? Like she's got a little bit of the Shishu where, oh my God, that's my best friend. She's my best friend. Janet used to be my best friend. Nia's my best friend. I love her. She's my best friend. And I think when she becomes somebody's best friend, she like wears their skin like last year's Versace. Like she becomes like obsessed with them. So I think even with like Nia, I think with Nia, she sees this like camaraderie because they're both postpartum and they both have these like weird incel partners and like they feel like connected to each other. So she's almost like obsessed with Nia in that way where she's even calling Danny Daniel. I was like, that's not your husband. Why are you saying that? Like, it's so creepy. But I mean, why do you think Kristen is so supportive of Nia and Danny?
I think that they went through a pregnancy together. And so I think that was very bonding. And she was very vulnerable in that time. She was worried about her pregnancy. Nia checked in on her. And so I think she feels like they are almost like sisters and bonded because of that. So that's part of it. And then Nia told that sob story last year. And I don't take away from it. But like she told a story about how the reason why it looks like I'm brushing things under the rug is because I I lived in my car and then we just had to smile and get through it. And now that's how I cope. I just smile. So I'm not brushing things under the rug. It's just that I was homeless. It's my homeless smile. And so Kristen was like, what that girl has been through, I will never, ever go against her. And it was like at that moment, Kristen made her pledge of fealty. And like once that happens,
that's
like that she has bonded with that dragon.
Kristen, she does do that. But Kristen's also very much a team worker. She gets on a team, she fights with that team, she stays on that team. Vanderpump Rules, she was kicked off that team because it turned out that she banged Jax on a couch or blew him on a couch, whatever that was. Really, she got herself on that one. But for the most part, if she will fight to the death. And they were the same way on Vanderpump Rules. When they didn't like somebody, you all better not like them or you're not friends with us and you're not doing something right. And she's even said this season, Nia and Danny are goal couples. The way that they, if they have problems, they don't talk about it on camera. They wait until they're at home. And that's how you're supposed to do it as a couple. And I'm like, you're saying this on a reality show. And Ben has brought this up on multiple shows. Like, why are you bragging about all the things you're not doing on your reality show? Like, you're not doing your job and you're bragging about it, which I agree with them 100% on that one. And I think she's looking at them. This is her goal, this really sweet, quote unquote, couple who the man acts a certain way and the woman acts a certain way. And all this shit that she's got in her head now, she's trying to emulate it, and it's like, babe, you're just not that kind of personality. You're crazy, Kristen.
But also Kristen's sort of siloed with Danny and Nia at this point, so they're probably in like an echo chamber, and they while everyone else is going out to Chili's, they're not at Chili's, and they're probably texting back and forth, and they probably are whipping each other into a frenzy about everyone else. And as they do that, they are coming closer and closer. So Kristen becomes more entrenched in this idea that Danny and Nia are great because they're also like her confidants in this situation. They're sitting there, they're probably talking shit, when cameras are down. When cameras are on, they are, but like they're probably like hanging out, doing all this stuff. It just brings them closer together. So like she would have no reason to turn on Danny and Nia unless they did something to her. And I think that's how she operates. They didn't do anything to me, so I'm not going to do anything to them. Whereas she sees Jana as someone who has like crossed a line, and to like Kristen has taken a pledge of loyalty to them, and now she's bent the knee. Grave. She has bent the knee.
And I think even more than bending the knee, she hates Janet. And that's it. That's what really unites people, is when you get people pissed off. And listen, I'm that way too. I'm similar to Kristen in the way that if I don't like somebody or something, it affects me to the point that I don't have rational I'm not rational, okay? Like in fight, and I'm like this on our show, and it's been one of my biggest problems over all of these years, and that I've tried to work on. But Jesus, I get so upset.
You can't change perfection,
pissed,
Ronnie. You just have to say the
right.
same.
Once I'm pissed, That's it. And anything you do, I'm really like that meme, like, oh, look at that bitch over there. Like, she thinks she's so great. Bitch over there eating crackers or whatever that meme is. That's me. You do anything, and I'm like, fuck that person. You know, they entered the door and they opened it from the bottom instead of the top. Who does that? Oh, you can't even pull a door open or whatever it is. And I think
So
Kristen
Shannon.
has that against, yes. And I think Kristen has that kind of hatred against Janet, where she's like, fuck her. She's my enemy forever. And that's her team, Danny and Nia. And they were very popular with the audience last year, and everybody was against Janet. And now that this year, they don't know that the audience has turned and that we've all seen what an asshole Danny is and how most of us hate his fucking guts. And Kristen still, she thinks she's still the fan favorite, coming for the biggest enemy on the show. And now that she's realized it, you see her completely backpedaling in public. Like, well, no, I think Danny's wrong.
Yeah.
Too late, babe.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Don't forget that Kristen has also always been a gatekeeper. You know,
Mhm.
she's come a long way. She's not as heinous as she was in those early seasons of Vanderpump Rules. But, you know, I'll never forget, like, when season 1 premiere, the series premiere of Vanderpump Rules, where she's like, well, we're all models here. Sorry. You know, it's like, and so, like, here you have Janet, who comes up through Sheena, was a fan of the show, then becomes a friend, et cetera, et cetera. And I think, like, I would not be surprised that there's some element of, like, I like that she has now reframed Janet as not an equal or part of their friend group, but someone who actually manipulated their way in and infiltrated. And now she's been unmasked as an infiltrator, and she's nothing more than an infiltrator. And so maybe she just can't see Janet as anything other than that. And that's why she finds Janet so annoying and so awful, because it's like, yeah, she just doesn't like Janet. And that's fine. You can just not like someone. But like the things that make her just blanket and not like her, as opposed to be like, I was really annoyed by her, I think it's because she just ultimately just sees her as someone who invaded like her reality TV circle.
Well, she was friends with Janet before. They were really close friends. And so
I was my best friend.
I think it's kind of like Britney, like, this isn't the Zach I know, because they look at it like, we were famous. You guys were just the friends that weren't on a TV show. We got you on this TV show, and now you're turning on us. Like, you don't get to do that. Like, I gave you this life. And I think that Kristen, you know, she is more bitter, I think, with Janet because of that. It's like, I brought you here and I let you trick me because you know, like Ben said, like, you infiltrated my life. And
yeah. Well, Ben, earlier you said something about Kristen and Nia. You said that bonded with her dragon. Obviously, you guys also love House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. It's actually such a treat to listen to you guys talk about one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, obviously I love Housewives, but then when you guys started covering House of Dragons and Game of Thrones, I was like, this is amazing. This is so nonsensical. I love it so much. So
nonsensical is a great word.
Yes, because guys, at the end of the day, both shows are ridiculous. Okay, both reality TV and a show about dragons should be treated exactly the same in its like silliness. So I have a bunch of like, or whatever. I have a bunch of questions for you guys that are House of the Dragon meets Bravo. Okay. Who do you think is having a worse day at work? Shannon Bedore 2 episodes into every season of Real Housewives of Orange County, or Rhaenyra on her first day as queen?
Oh gosh, Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon.
Because at least Ray has like a real reason behind everything. Like, everything that's gone on with her has been horrible. I mean, Shannon has some bad shit that's happened to her too, but Ray has, like, I mean, we saw her, you know, give birth, and then she forced her up the stairs and she was walking up there bleeding. I mean, just everything we've seen from Ray from the very beginning has literally been horrible. That's why she looked like she's always going to cry. Shannon's just a cuckoo bird who's like that whether anything happens or not. You know?
Yeah.
I would love to see a body swap between the two of those. I want Shannon Bedore to take over Ray's body, and I want like, oh, Your Highness, we're out of candles.
Well, that's because they have toxins in them, and we don't do candles here. And I wish you would understand these things. I'm just trying to help. And do I want candles? No.
Send the dragons to get David and that slut he met on the beach. Ma'am, we're supposed to be fighting a war. Okay, well, do that. Okay, do that. Don't forget David.
They say the queen is a bitch. They that's fine. I mean, I'm only trying to give them everything that they want, but if they want to. If Tamara Judge wants to scroll things on the wall about me, then that's fine. That's why I don't trust her. It's not my fucking Westeros, bitch.
It's not my fucking bastard, you bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we were just talking about Danny and Nia. I'd love to know, which marriage do you think is more toxic? Aegon and Helena or Danny and Nia? Now, I would like to remind the listeners that Aegon and Helena are brother and sister.
Danny and Nia.
100%.
Because Danny and Nia, first of all, they're stuck up in Santa Clarita, so that's just already gonna drive more misery. And at least they're brother and sister, but it's a social norm for them. It's okay. Like Danny and Nia, like she's just gotta like carry all those babies around, and like he's like a wannabe like has-been actor doing voice work, zombie voice work. It's just that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you on that. Also, we've seen Aegon be a monster to every single person. I'm trying to remember back on all the scenes and I've even rewatched it, but is the situation with Helena horrible, or I don't know. I just think of Danny being like, oh, really? Like making Helena carry all the baby stuff,
Yeah.
Or just being like, we're going to have sex now. We're going to have sex now. We're going to have sex now. Like 2 seconds after you've given birth. And just does everything. Danny, I think his crimes are so fresh in my head that, I'm going to have to choose.
Well, also like Aegon's attitude and his sense of entitlement and his obnoxiousness, it all like makes sense. I mean, he was literally king. He was like born in a castle, and he was literally king, and he's bossing people. Like he literally is like top of the pyramid. Okay, so like it's like, oh my god, that king was bossy. It's like, yeah, he's a king, but like Danny is like a 2-bit failed actor. Okay, like you don't get to have the same attitude as the king. Sorry.
Yeah, I love that. I think that that's totally accurate.
And Helena's not standing in between Aegon and other people. Like trying to convince everybody that Aegon's really this nice guy. She's just like, I'm over here, having psychic visions, watching the moon. My husband can do whatever nasty shit he wants to. I'll still be a nice.
Helena's not like, Aegon, can you look at your wife, please? Can you look at your wife, please? Can you look in my eyes? Can you not listen to them? I'm checking in. Can you not listen to the small council and focus on your wife, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I feel like, the toxicity with Danny and Nia is added when Nia was on Fox News. Helena would not be on Fox News.
That didn't help.
She would not.
No, she would absolutely not. So we have villains that we love to hate. And I think that there are people that I just love to see as villains. I think that, Ben, you and I have been on the same train with Janet. But who would you say is more beloved as a villain that we love to hate and whatever, or we hate to love, whatever? Is it Alicent or Janet?
Alicent. It's Alicent.
Alicent.
Look,
although Allison's been pretty rotten too. My God, when you think back. Sorry, Ben.
Season 2 Alicent was a monster, guys.
Listen, I actually don't think Alicent is like as villains that we love to hate. I don't even think Alicent's actually amazing. This is a franchise that gave us Cersei, so Alicent is like fine, but she's not like we can still do better. Let's be honest. But I do think that I am with you. I think Janet got a rotten shake. And I think that it's been good to see her vindicated. I enjoy the fact that Janet is like such a like average person, but makes people so mad. Like she's not like an over the top fabulous whatever. She's just like a random like regular person who's like, and everyone's like
from Ohio.
I enjoy that, but I think Alicent has more camp value. So for me, I go for Alicent.
Yeah.
Also, her outfits are just stunning. I mean, the costumes and stuff that the Valley could never.
Yeah, and I don't think Alicent would force us to go to like Dave and Buster's.
No. And she also drank abortion tea on behalf of her daughter, which was a pretty boss move.
It was.
And yeah, she's not going to force you to go to like Chili's or something. Even when she was like, look, I'm going to be a normal person. We're going to escape this town. She was caught in 2 seconds because she's wearing a fucking ball gown. into the
she's actually the worst escaper that this series has ever seen. The first time she just like walked out like fully in the gown. The second time they went into a dead end and dropped a lantern, and now they're stuck in the dark. I mean, like they're really so bad at it. Yeah.
She's like, I've lived in this castle my whole life and I still don't know my way around it. I'm so sorry, but at least I got costumes this time. We look like maids.
Like, why did you change your escape plan at the last second to go down an unknown path? What are you thinking?
Oh, God. Who has a creepier energy? Luke, Kristen's fiance, or Laris?
Luke.
Yeah.
Because at least you know what you're getting with Laris. Like, he'll trick you. Like, that's what he does. You know, he's very manipulative and stuff. But he's not pretending to be this good person. And he's not like, oh, I don't really even want to live here. I'm totally not in it for the fam. I'm just here because of you. Because I'm doing everything for you. You know, he's not acting like that. He's like, I'm a fucking asshole. I killed my own father and brother by burning them in like my own house, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it was their house, right? The family.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and I'm a monster. And that's it. You know, I'm going to jerk off to your feet and I'm going to one day win this castle because I do want to be here and I want everything about this life. I'm going to be more famous and rich than all of you. Whereas Luke is just doing this, oh, I'm just like a sweet guy from all I want to do is hunt and fish and move back. And it's like, no, you don't. You want to be famous. You're here on the show being famous. You're starting a show to be famous. God knows what men's rights bullshit is going to come out of his mouth in the next couple of years. So Team Laris.
Yeah, Laris also, there's something different about him this season.
They made him hot.
That they made him like hot. I don't know. Like, I think the actor like put on like some muscle or something. It's not that he looks muscular, but he's like more filled out. And he's like less Mick Jaggery, and now like I don't know, he's just sort of like looks a little bit better. And he's like, maybe it's because he's just in the daytime. He's not like lurking around shadows and like jerking off to feet. But like, and he's telling off the king. He's like being like a gentle protector. So he's definitely like he's had like a really good he's had a good edit this season. Like this is like when Ramona, you know, when every now and then they give Ramona a good season, you're like, oh, that's fun. I like Ramona now. So like it's working out well for Laris so far.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I feel like Luke would jerk off to feet, but he wouldn't like be honest about it. You know what I mean? He would be such a creep about it. And like it's already creepy that Laris does it, but Luke would do it even creepier somehow.
Well, because Laris is also just so like, you know, he coerces with like that whole storyline. I mean, look, this is like fighting about Bravo people where you're like, whoa, I pick one over the other, and that means I'm standing up for the other. I'm not standing up for Laris.
They're both creeps. They're both creeps.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Laris is at least honest about it, where Luke is trying to pretend that he's a good person.
Yeah, exactly. Who do you think is a bigger misogynist, Kristen Cole or Craig Conover?
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Kristen.
Yes.
100%.
Although it's close. It is close. I don't know if Craig would be very different if he was in Westeros. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about Craig.
They do have the crafting thing down. Like they both, you know, Kristen's like doing the shield painting. Like they've got that. But I think Kristen, Kristen's the worst.
Like the worst.
Yeah, Kristen's the worst.
They both got that like
humorless.
Yeah, but they've both got that like whiny thing of like when they break up with a girl, they're like, ooh, like everything is about how much you hate that girl, and I feel like they both have that like, you know, butthurt energy about them.
Yeah,
and,
that is a parallel for sure.
Yeah. Pick a problematic favorite: Daemon Targaryen or Phaedra Parks.
Phaedra, for sure.
That's tough
for me. I do Phaedra.
Who do you want defending
you're
you?
Faye?
Damon to defend me. Damon can defend me because he'll just murder whoever's coming at me. And Phaedra, but Phaedra's, I think the thing is that like I never have like loved Damon's character. It's like It's fine. I like that he's a badass, but like I'm not like I don't know. I don't hate his character, but I don't know. He doesn't capture my imagination. He's just like this cool badass who's like around, who does things. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would not use either one of those people to defend me. Are you crazy? No. They would both betray you in 2 seconds.
Yes, they would.
You know?
Although I watched the episode, the episode where, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched House of Dragon yet, you should. Anyway, the episode where they storm King's Landing or whatever, and then he just like shows up and murders like 15 people in the courtyard. I watched it with my husband on our wedding anniversary, and I just paused and looked at him and I was like, you've never murdered a single person for me. That's really messed up.
I know, but think of all the people I haven't murdered for me.
You know what, Ronnie? That's a really good point.
Thank you.
And a mother off. This is my final question. In a mother off, okay, I know she was an older character, but I did love her. Rhaenys, the queen who never was, or Meredith Marks? Who's a bigger icon mother, whatever it is that the kids are saying these days?
Meredith Marks.
Oh, do you mean like mother like icon or mother like a better mother?
No, everybody's a bad mom in Westeros.
No, Meredith Marks, because Ray is like, she's floundering right now. She's not being very mother at the moment. So for me, it's clearly Meredith Marks. I mean, Meredith Marks is having a great time right now.
No, I mean Rhaenys. Rhaenys. Do you remember Rhaenys?
Yeah, from
Rhaenys. Oh, I'm sorry. I got Rhaenys and Rhaenyra and Rhaena and Rhaenyra and Regina.
Really is crazy. Billy or Bolly or Boley or Boomy?
Oh, well, Rhaenys. I give it to Rhaenys, of course.
Yeah.
I respect.
I think I would give it to Meredith just because she gives less of a fuck. Like she'll go to the death more in a fight than Rhaenys, even though Rhaenys literally did. Spoiler again, right? But Rhaenys kind of was like hated Rhaenyra and all of that, and then softened up and was like, okay, I'll be on your side for the sake of whatever. Where I think Meredith is like, fuck you and still fuck you.
Yeah. If Meredith was asked to like fight to the death for somebody who like took their spot, she would storm out and be like, I need to call my kids.
Meredith fought somebody to the death over a bathtub. Like, you stole my bathtub? Do not come for my bathtub. And then she became a DJ. I mean, there's no beating that.
It's hard to do it.
Did you guys talk about her thread where she was like, capital punishment, yes or no?
I did see that. I was like, what was that?
Did we ever find out what it was? They were saying it must be something from shooting that she's talking about, but what in the world could that mean?
It's like, are they hanging people on Salt Lake City? Like, what's going on?
I don't understand it.
She's so random.
They got into a big capital punishment fight at the season finale. Like, what happened?
Imagine.
Nora, Nora, thank you so much for having us. This is so hilarious. I think you're the mother. You're the mother. You're our unproblematic favorite.
Oh, thank you. I'm very problematic, but that's really sweet of you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Guys, if you don't listen to or watch or follow Watch or Crappens, you shouldn't be watching Bravo, really, honestly. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all the content you put out and all the ways that you inspire all the rest of us podcasters.
Thank you, Nora.
Stop it. Thank you, Nora. We'll tell everyone. We'll shout it far and wide to come listen to this episode and all your episodes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.